trying to give hope. And to start akara business doesn't take a lot of money. To start roasting corn, or somebody even said about grant, you see, they're saying that cooling kuli doesn't take much. We didn't give them a loan, we gave it to them as a grant. So we've encouraged Nigerians as best as we could. What is within our hands, I have given, and I keep giving. And those are the things we've done. I remember giving for TB when I heard there's so much TB cases. You see, what's funny about this life is anyone watching that video would think, oh my God, the First Lady is doing so much for thy people. The First Lady is so amazing and all that. And half of the time when I speak about the Tinubu families and majority of the leaders in power right now, a lot of people say, oh my God, you're too harsh. Oh my God, you must hate them. No, I don't hate them individually because I have no business with them. But you see the problem. The problem comes when you are in a position of power, when you're in a position of leadership, when the people have trusted you to help them structure their lives in a way that we could elevate ourselves. That's where I have a problem with. And this is why we cannot be silent. We are being expected to be comfortable with the bare minimum. We did not put leaders in power just to keep us afloat. We put them in power to create opportunities, real change for thy people, elevate the system, put us in a position where we can even compete with other countries outside. But no, we are constantly in survival mode. That's why if you look at it, it is so comfortable for APC to always spread out rice and all the other small packages because they keep us down there. There is nothing wrong with a hustle. If you, for some reason, you do not have at least the bare minimum, which is the formal education, okay, you still need to survive. But this cannot be the standard of Nigeria. You hear our First Lady speak and you think, oh my God, like she's giving grants. That grants is not touching majority of the people. We don't only live in a digital world, we live in an automated world, which, come on, at this point, even AI is taking over. We've not found a way to train our children that they would get to a level that makes sense to the rest of the world. The rest of the world are upgrading. Look at China. Or is it Japan? You can, just by walking, they create electricity, energy, just by every steps you take. While we here are still debating, should we install solar, or what's the next move? Some people are still using candles in 2026, in the 21st century. How is this possible? And you would think that Nigeria is poor. If Nigeria was one of those poor countries, I would say, okay, this is what life is. But it is not. Our leaders are constantly, in fact, you know what? Somebody told me on YouTube, stop saying our leaders. Our politicians are constantly taking loans from different banks, putting our country in more debt, and then they come out to make it look like they're doing us a favor. Yes, the First Lady doesn't have an official seat, but we would be ignorant if we sit down and think that she does not have power. She controls everything. I keep telling you people, the man is the head, but the woman is the neck, and the woman is the one who creates balance to that home. So yes, I expect more from a First Lady of a country. I expect her to be in those little holes everywhere around Nigeria to figure out what Nigerians truly need. To figure out, wait, hold on, why is it that our state governors and our chairmen do not actually do what they're supposed to do with the funds that are being given to them? Why is our educational system still at the bottom? Literally, the buildings look like they would fall down. She should be in every single department, and she should be the voice in the president's ears. But no, everybody just pretends and acts like, oh my God, just go fry akara. Yes, akara is sweet and delicious and all, but still, we're in 2026. Where's the upgrade? We cannot, if you want to lead Nigeria, you would have to stop managing us. You're keeping us afloat. That doesn't elevate the country. It baffles me, because if I was in a position of that much power as a First Lady, I would be too embarrassed to watch other people look at us as incompetent, because that's what we are as Nigerians right now. A country that has every single possible resources is still stagnant beyond, at this point I feel like 50 years was better than now right now. Do you understand? See, when I think of Nigeria, I just think of selfishness and greed, because there is no way. If you have a heart, if you have a soul, you'll be trying very hard to elevate thy people. You would want them to come. I don't have everything. I still struggle to get my own things together, but I'll be damned if I sit down in my little, what I've achieved for myself, and just watch everybody else suffer, because oops, after all, it doesn't touch me, right? We need to learn how to help each other. We're literally being effed by the government, and we're being effed by people also in Nigeria. Like, it's exhausting at this point. You don't even know who to fight. You want to fight for a better Nigeria, you're fighting thy people also. And a lot of people will come out and say, oh, but after all, she's giving grants for Akara. It's Akara, yo. At a point, the way Nigeria is going, when is it GMO is in Nigeria, basically, which majority of you don't know, soon even the Akara will not taste like Akara anymore. You know, the one that would always baffle me, the fact that our leaders right now, most of them will sit down and eat 11-course meals while we are just supposed to be comfortable with the basics. These are people that have millions, billions in their accounts, but they tell you to just be comfortable with the basic. This life, no balance at all. The day we all stop playing with ourselves, the day we realize that we as Nigerians, the only thing that majority of Nigerians are lacking is a clear direction, is the right education. It's the right space to actually dream bigger than what we're receiving right now. That will be the day we elevate. But till then, we would always remain stagnant. This is how they structured it. They keep the masses poor and in need and in desperation, while they celebrate and jubilate their lives. They cannot, not one of our leaders right now can live one full day, 24 hours. In fact, I give any of them 24 hours to live the average Nigerian life. I would love to see it. I would love to see their faces at the end of 24 hours. Just 24 hours. Just live with the same akara you want people to sell on the side of the roads. Through rain, through sun, through bad weather, through people harassing them. I would love to see one of you stand up. Not even your children can put themselves in that position. But you close your eyes and expect the rest of us to be so grateful, because after all, you spent 2 billion naira on I don't even know what, when you can elevate Nigerians. Cheers to you.